everyone, today we're going to be taking a hands-on look at this new LUMIX GH7. So we're mostly going to be focusing on video today, but I am going to do a little bit of photo as well. I of course have to do a portrait photo shoot with this, so let's get started. Ooh, that looks so pretty. The LUMIX GH7 is a micro four thirds mirrorless camera with a 24.2 megapixel sensor. As usual, I have lots of real-world examples of using this camera out on location for both photo and video, and I'll include all those tests for you to see throughout this video. This is the second micro four thirds camera in LUMIX's G series to get phase detection autofocus. I'm making use of two lenses for my portrait session. Right now I'm using the Leica DG 15mm f1.7, and later on I'll switch to the Leica DG 42.5mm f1.2. And for these video autofocus tests that I'll be sharing with you throughout, I'm using the Leica DG 12 to 35mm f2.8. Maybe we'll do like sitting. I liked how you had like 1 foot up and like half cross-legged. Yeah, that's cool. Not only do we have phase hybrid AF, but LUMIX have also made some changes in the way autofocus recognizes subjects since the initial release of PDAF in the S5 II.
Hey Jules.
Yeah?
You know it's got a viewfinder, right?
Sorry. In total now, we have human, animal, car, motorcycle, train, and airplane detection, and the ability to precisely select what part of each of those subjects you want in focus, which is called target parts. While the S5 II has some of these functions with human and animal AF, the GH7 takes it a step further. For example, with motorcycle AF, you're able to choose whether the entire subject or just the helmet is prioritized for autofocus. For these portraits, I'm making use of human subject detection with target part set to eye, face, body. I found that it was very sticky and able to follow my subject around as she moved in the frame. In terms of performance on location, I felt the GH7 was able to handle the situation just as well as the full frame S5 II and S9. This camera has a mechanical and electronic shutter. For these portraits, I'm making use of the mechanical shutter. Since this is a pre-release camera, there is no RAW support just yet, so I am sharing with you the unedited JPEG straight out of camera first at 100% crop so you can take a look at all the details, and afterwards my edited version. I'm switching lenses to the 42.5mm f1.2 now. Something to note is that I did find this lens to be a bit softer wide open compared to the 15mm, which is a bit of a shame. I really like the compression and depth of field for the shots I wanted to capture. I just wish we had more sharpness. The GH7 weighs 810 grams. In comparison, the GH6 is 823 grams, the G9 II is 658 grams, and the S25X, which is full frame by the way, but also a video-centric camera, is 740 grams, so they are all around the same ballpark. The GH7 has a really chunky hand grip, which is super comfortable to hold. One of the other first things I noticed is how the screen mechanism also sticks out quite a lot from the body, and I'll get back to this in just a second. It has both a tilt and flip screen, which in my opinion, any professional camera nowadays needs both. This camera has dual card slots. Slot 1 is CF Express Type B and slot 2 is UHS 2SD. Any videos at 600 megabits per second or higher cannot be recorded on the SD slot. You need to use CF Express. Another option, if you want to make use of the GH7's high bit rates, is that you can record straight to an external SSD via USB-C, just like the S5 IIX. This is limited to an SSD of up to 2 terabytes. I mentioned the screen sticks out from the body quite a lot when closed. This is firstly to make room for the active cooling. This also gives you more room when you have cables plugged in. However, you still have to have the tilt clicked out a little to be able to fully utilize the movement of the LCD. We have a 3.5mm microphone and headphone jack, a USB-C port, and a full-sized HDMI port. On the hand grip, there is also a remote port. They've kept the same button layout as the S5 IIX with a few extras such as a lock switch, an additional button up top set to microphone out of the box. On the front, we have 2 function buttons instead of 1, and an additional record button. There's also a sync port for flash and timecode. Unlike the S9, we do not have a dedicated LUT button this time, but there is still LUT integration available in the camera, and it will also be utilizing the new LUMIX Lab app. Let's take a look at what we all came here for, which are the video capabilities of the GH7. Can we go up here? So I want to get some water in the background. The light's pretty soft because it's diffused by the clouds, so I think we can get away with it. Yes, okay, that's so pretty. So these are video shots, so if you want to move around like as if I'm clicking like every second. I filmed all these clips in a few different file types and bit rates, so please keep an eye out on the labels I've added to all of them if you're curious as to which one is which. I am utilizing human AF during these shots to let the camera do all the work, and we can take a look at its performance. There's also a mixture of RAW and vlog footage where I'm using my own Rec 709 conversion. This camera features 7.5 stops of IBIS as well as different levels of E-stabilization. With normal IBIS, there is no crop. You have a slight crop with standard E-stabilization and even more of a crop with E-stabilization set to high. Something to keep in mind is when recording in ProRes RAW, you cannot use any E-stabilization options. The GH7 is capable of filming in a magnitude of file types, codecs, and bitrates, so get ready because we're about to go through them. I'm also going to scroll through the menu here first so you can pause to take a closer look at any settings you're interested in, then we'll get into the real-world examples. Starting at the top, we have 5.7K ProRes RAW with no crop at 24, 25, or 30p. In C4K ProRes RAW, you can shoot in up to 48, 50, or 60p with a pixel-by-pixel crop. While we have full autofocus in every setting internally, I noticed if recording internal ProRes RAW while additionally using an Atmos to record or monitor, HDMI outputs a 4K 25p stream, however, it disables subject autofocus. Moving on, in ProRes 422HQ, you're able to shoot in C4K up to 60p with no crop. If you're not after making use of ProRes and you're shooting in MOV instead, here you're able to shoot 5.8K OpenGate or 5.7K 17:9 in up to 60p in 420 10-bit. Let's do a vlogging test on the GH7 as well. So I'm currently using the 12 to 35mm lens, which does have optical image stabilization in the lens. In the camera, I've got IBIS switched on and E-stabilization switched off. And I do have the camera on Adobe and I'm just walking around a little bit so you can get a feel for what the footage looks like. And I'm at 12mm, by the way, with my arm fully outstretched. So now I've turned on E-stabilization, I've switched it to standard, and I'm still at 12mm holding the camera the exact same way that I was before. So again, I'll just walk back up this way so you can see what the footage looks like. Last but not least, I have E-stabilization switched to high, which does crop in the image a little bit. That's with my arm fully outstretched, so you can still see like a fair amount of the background. Is a little bit close up, especially as your arm gets tired and you bring it closer to your body like that. The 12 to 35, by the way, is a full frame equivalent of 24 to 70. So I'm still at the 12mm end. And it's time for a microphone test. So first of all, we've got the lav mic, which you've been listening to this whole time. So I'll talk a little bit because now in this location, we've got a bit of traffic noise in the background and a little bit of breeze as well. Now I've switched over to the internal microphone of the LUMIX GH7. This is with the limiter and wind noise cancellation switched off. So this is what it sounds like. Apparently I had a kangaroo jumping behind me before, so please spot the kangaroo while I'm talking. Now we're still on the internal microphone, but this time I've switched on the limiter, so we'll see what happens when I make a really loud noise while I'm talking. Okay, next one. Next we have the limiter switched on still, and I've got wind cancellation set to standard, and just now the breeze started to pick up a little bit. It's not super noisy, but we'll see if that makes any difference in the audio. Finally, we've got the limiter switched on, and I've got wind noise cancellation switched to high with no wind happening, but yeah, we'll see if that changes my voice. This is not the exciting part though. We're gonna switch to that next. What you're listening to right now is something you've never heard in a camera before, and you're listening to internal 32-bit flow audio of the GH7. So this means that it's basically a raw file for audio. I can talk as loud or as quiet as I want, and I'll never clip the audio levels. While this is great, it does come at a bit of a cost, which is this. You do have to attach an XLR unit via the hot shoe. So even though it's a bit big and chunky, I can't see this being used for vlogging. I can see this used by people who already use external 32-bit audio, but this time the audio is actually burnt into your video file, which is great, and this is such an exciting thing to see. While I can see this camera being used by video enthusiasts like hobbyists and semi-pros, with the stacked video features in the GH7, it seems this camera is catered more towards professionals and productions who can benefit from these features in a micro four thirds format. On top of the video recording options, we also have features like proxy files, cloud integration, and video shooting assist functions like pre-made and in-camera customizable frame markers, for example. I've said this before and I'll say it again, but I really like how Lumix are not stingy with photo and video software features in their cameras. Something else I want to mention is you can now choose to save your photo and video files in separate folders to your memory card. Yay! I really don't like when they're all mixed up in the same folder personally, like they are in the S5 II. When you turn this on though, every video file format ends up with its own separate folder, so some people will really like this and others might find it a bit cumbersome. I thought it would be good to do a low light test as well to see ISO sensitivity. It's really clean and I personally find it completely usable until about ISO 4000. By about 8000, the noise gets a bit too colorful for my liking, but overall, I'm pretty impressed. That is all I have for today's video on the GH7. Let me know what you think of the photos, videos, and the camera down in the comments below. I always love hearing your thoughts. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I make new videos every single week, so I'll see you all next time. Bye.